What's going on, guys? Alright, so this is a continuation of part 1, Ultimus 7 D5. We just finished off the first 3 nodes there with the Symbiote, so we're going to do a refresh here, so that way we can do the next 3 nodes, and hopefully by the time we finish the first 2, we can get down to the 3rd one, which is the Star-Lord mini-boss there. So yeah, this one, again, is very similar to the other ones where we want to go after Carnage, just like in the previous node. This one's always funny because it's very similar to the previous node, and yeah, it's almost like a continuation. But anyways, full team, no health refreshes so far, and we crushed the first 3 nodes. Pretty much gonna have the same setup in this one as well, where we want to set ourselves up, maybe throw a stun on Carnage, and then we can pretty much smash the auto, and then it's pretty straightforward from that point on. This one's also kind of dumb because sometimes you can target your anti-venom, so just make sure if depends on RNG, but obviously if it's against you, you might lose your anti-venom in turn 1, and then you might have to actually spend some refreshes to get him to either redo the node, or you can kind of play it out, and you can still win the node with 4 of the symbiotes. You don't need anti-venom, but yeah, obviously it just kind of sucks that he gets knocked out. And yeah, we'll use the special there, and we can take care and get some health back. Poof, take care of those guys. All right, and then yeah, same formula. We'll target Daredevil because he's also if you leave him alone, he brings the counterattack, and he brings actually a lot of DPS as well to the team. So you want to make sure you can get rid of him ASAP. We've got DPS on Punisher next because Daredevil's got a ton of the buffs or debuffs, and he's probably gonna die. Plus, if we're hitting Daredevil constantly, you also got Punisher as the problem as well. So usually I try to prioritize Carnage, then Punisher or Daredevil, whoever's around, and then you can pick up the scraps afterwards. Miles is also annoying because if you've got like if you got heroes that are kind of low, if some of your symbiotes are kind of low in health, which can happen after some hits from Daredevil or Punisher, then Miles can smash his ult, and then yeah, so you might lose a couple guys as well. So just keep that in mind. That's why we've got the barrier ISO 8 on anti-venom, just for that extra little cushion. What I should probably be doing is get that leveled up more, but as you guys saw earlier, we just switched him over from a healer to a barrier or a fortifier, and I should probably bring that up a bit so we can bring his health and his barrier percentage up. It really does help, actually. The ISO 8 does help with the barrier. It just gives him that extra little cushion, and he doesn't feel as squishy. Because even right now, I've got him at tier 13, and these guys still hit like a rock. They could pretty much still one-shot him if I wasn't bringing down those guys as fast as I am. So like, you know, Daredevil and Punisher. And yeah, from this point on, we just start spreading the debuffs, and yeah, we're in pretty good shape for the next node. Again, getting yourself kind of set up for the next wave, and that's important because the next one's a little bit more yeah, I'd say it's a change of pace from the previous 2 because you don't have the same sort of setup like the Defenders plus Carnage team, but yeah, you got some other baddies in there as well, and it brings a little bit more surprises for us right before the Star-Lord / Black Panther mini boss node. And that one's also kind of annoying because if Black Panther gets going, he can pretty much wipe your entire team. So yeah, he just does a ton of damage there. So anyways, that's node 4, and we're done there. So we're a couple nodes away here. So this one's not too bad. It's just at the start. If the guards get their taunt on, it gets a little bit more problematic. So you want to make sure you're cautious of that. We got the disruption from Scream, so that's going to help a little bit, and then we also have Venom and Scream ripping the taunts as well, so that also helps quite a bit. But yeah, same sort of team. We haven't used a refresh yet. Everybody else is full health. We've got Phoenix as my we haven't used Emma or Phoenix yet. I've got them in back reserve. They serve as really good backup cards if somebody goes down, or if you don't want to use a refresh and you want to just slap in one of those big characters in there. That also helps. So we're going to throw a stun right on Punisher. You can also do it on the guard as well, but I do it on Punisher because the guards don't really do a lot of damage. Their taunt's annoying, yes, but they don't do the damage that Punisher does. And I found that leaving him alone, he can just whip out a ton of damage, and he can take out 1 or 2 of your symbiotes instantly, and if Anti-Venom's low on health, and then all of a sudden the sniper hits, he can also take him on pretty fast as well. So just keep that in mind. Only problem with not stunning the guards is obviously we have that issue where we're getting taunted. But like I said, we got Scream and we got Venom, and if you've got them as a skirmisher or as a like oh, I forget the name of the other one, but the one that does the free follow-up attacks, that you can basically rip double off buffs because they can just follow up with attacks. Yeah, pretty straightforward. We'll just go for Black Widow, because yeah, if she stuns, that can also be problematic. So next batch, we can go for War Machine. Guard's too slow, so that's fine. We can leave him alone. And by the time we take down War Machine, he's probably gonna give us some more speed up and fill that speed bar. Sweet. So we got there, get him down, and he's probably dead after that. And then yeah, I mean we'll just rip the buff off there. And if we bring him down low enough, he'll probably go down as well. But yeah, it kind of sucks because yeah, the first few nodes you can smash that auto button and kind of let it run. But after a certain point, if you're trying to push for higher percentages, and like right now what we're doing is we're trying to aim for 60%, but sometimes we also push for 100 as well. And we've been getting closer and closer every week, but unfortunately we're still trying to make that push. So that's what we're doing right now. And usually if you're trying to do those pushes, you don't have that luxury of just smashing that auto and not giving a hoot. But yeah, in this case we are actually trying to hit the 100. We'll see how far we end up getting. I know we've gotten pretty close, but unfortunately, yeah, there's always a few bosses that end up being a big blockade for a lot of our teammates. And if you're familiar with a lane and you've done the full run, then you at least know what your weaknesses are or what to watch out for. So for us, the Symbiotes has actually taken me pretty much all the way to the end. So hopefully I can get that on recording for you guys as well. But yeah, these guys are absolutely dynamite. I've had to use a few refreshes near the end, but right now, yeah, usually for the first 10 nodes, you're probably gonna be safe taking them all the way to pretty much the division mini boss node, which is I think node number 9. But yeah, you can pretty much get there, and then you can start using refreshes if you want. But I've been saving them because if you max your refreshes out and then you still fill the challenges up, then you just get gold instead. And I've been trying to maximize my gold gains, so that's what I've been doing. So we got lucky there. We did have that extra energy we spent on, and now we got enough for this boss node. So yeah, this one's a little more difficult because we start with a Drax, and these guys also hit like a truck as well, and we got Black Panther in that mix. So in the past, what I have done is I've subbed out Anti-Venom for one of the other big boys. I can take out him out and then put in Mr. Sinister or Phoenix, and I find that really does help out actually. Or put in Colossus as well. Ebony Maw serves really good in this node as well because there's a few controllers that we can take advantage of. But hopefully we don't have to use another refresh. We're gonna stick Anti-Venom here, and hopefully Black Panther doesn't focus on him right at the start. Sometimes he does, so just keep that in mind. It does take a bit of RNG on your side, and I've noticed that he tends to focus on the guys in the front. So that's why I have Anti-Venom in the back. So that's what I've noticed, and I don't know if that's just my random luck or if it's just, yeah, if that's just me. But luckily nobody got killed, so that's great. So we're going to slow everybody down, smash the stun, and there's a ton of debuffs there. We're going to rip the taunt off so we can get to Black Panther. That's what we're doing. And yeah, we'll go after Drax here so we can get some ton of buffs. So that way it gives us a cushion. And then I think we'll ability block. And from that point on, I mean, you could smash that auto button if you want to. It's up to you guys. But yeah, I mean, from this point on, once you got that Black Panther under control, you got Drax under control, and you know, it's all peaches. It's all peaches and rainbows. That's the hardest part until pretty much until the next one drops. Until there's another Black Panther dropping. So that's what you want to watch out for. Yeah, we'll do the special there. See what we take out. Yeah, and I do see that we're gonna get rid of Black Panther there, which is perfect. We'll take advantage of these skirmish there. Yeah, we'll take care of Raccoon because yeah, we don't want him ulting us. And nice. So another minion drop, and Drax is in the middle of that as well, which is great for us because we can spread those debuffs like crazy. Scream's nice. Add the disruption and the slow. Oh, I just love Scream. She's like a faster Venom. Yeah, it was so nice to have her on the team, and that's why I pushed her to tier 14. I had a choice between her or Venom, and I went with her because, yeah, she's a little squishier, but she offers a lot of utility. She can do the disruption, she can do the speed down, she can also rip the buffs off just like Venom can and apply the bleeds. And I just think it's awesome that she can also hit stealth targets. So that's really nice. That's really awesome. And plus, I'm a big fan of her. So, anyways, that's kind of what I did. You guys don't have to do that if you don't want to, but yeah, it really helps obviously with the Symbiote team, and especially if you're trying to get maximize Ultimate 7 raids here. I ran these guys when we were during the anti-venom event. We did just do Ultimate 7 difficulty 1 or no difficulty, whatever it's called. And yeah, these guys could, wow, you didn't even have to pay attention. You just smash that auto and they could do all the raids, like right up to Ultimus, because obviously the difficulty 1's the easiest one. But yeah, that was pretty sweet. And yeah, you can hit the auto button once you guys feel comfortable with this one, but for sure just keep your eye on the characters you're choosing to pick. And I think the problem with this one too is sometimes if you take too long to decide who you want to target, you also lose a ton of time as well. So just keep that in mind. You want to make sure you can get rid of this node as well and do it under a good time duration. Otherwise, you're going to time out. And it's nice for us that we do have a ton of buffs and speed ups and all that good stuff to help us kind of plow through the node fast. But yeah, you want to make sure you keep an eye on the clock as well. So we'll finish off. We'll have to rip off the same thing what we did with Drax in the first start of the node here. And then yeah, you want to just go for Black Panther again, because again, we want to make sure he's our biggest threat. Everybody else is small fry. And once we get rid of Black Panther, you can pretty much just go scot-free here. So that's what we're doing. We'll get rid of him, and from that point on, we've got 2 aim guys, Miles and then Drax, and I'd say pretty harmless. So we should be okay there. Oh, sucks, he got disrupted, so we didn't get a ton of buffs, but that's fine. We'll just smash that auto, or sorry, the single target auto, and we should be okay here. Save the buffs up for the next one. Next couple of nodes get more difficult as well, so it'll be good for us to kind of get these guys set up for the next one, and yeah, that should be all she wrote. I can't guarantee where my teammates will go after this node, but I'll try to hopefully do 7, 8, and 9. And other than that, I mean, that's this is 4, 5, and 6. So that's a pretty good, I'd say. You know, hopefully gives you guys an idea just how good the symbiotes are in Ultimus D5. These guys are just tearing it up, and we haven't used any refreshes yet. We haven't had to revive anybody. We did, however, use a 50 recharge just for the raid energy, so that way we could finish off this boss here. So that way we didn't have to wait for our energy to refill. So I did have to use one of those, but I had some stored up anyways, so that's fine. All right, and yeah, Drax is pretty beefy, so I think what we'll do is, you guys will see here, we are getting pretty close to the clock. We'll do the alt, or the special. So yeah, like I said, sometimes hitting that auto saves you some time, but yeah, if you take too long, you can run out of time. So just keep that in mind. That's what I've noticed with that particular node. Maybe your symbiotes are stronger or they got more damage, but anyways, we're doing pretty good. 4th place, 21 mil, and we're roughly 40-some% now. So that's pretty good. Hopefully we can do the next ones. We'll see you guys in the next part.